Click, click, boom. What's going on, faithfuls? The Nothing But Niners crew is back, guys. We're here to discuss a little bit of free agency, man. The guys have been holding us down. Tony and Wayne was holding me down last time, man. I love the show. I was in the comments and everything, chilling and chatting with them. And I know you guys have missed this, man. It's been 5 days since you've seen our beautiful faces and heard the news from our perspective. So let's get down to the nitty-gritty, guys, man. We got to go through some formalities really quick. We're going to start with the website, guys. It is www.nothingbutniners.com. That is your one-stop shop for any and everything 49ers from us here at Nothing But Niners, okay? Make sure you guys give us a follow on our social media handles, all right? We have Twitter and Snapchat. Those handles are Nothing But 9ERS. Again, that is Nothing But 9ERS on Twitter and Snapchat. You can give us a follow on Facebook and Instagram as well. That is Nothing But Niners. All right, make sure you guys stop by over there, show us some love, be a part of that active community, especially over there on the Facebook front, man. Those people, I ain't even gonna tell you how many people over there. Just get there, man. Just get there. All right. And also, if you're a first time here on this YouTube thing, we want to thank you guys for checking us out. I don't know how you found us, but we appreciate it. Hopefully you like what you see. If you do, give us that thumbs up, hit that like button. All right. Make sure you guys subscribe, turn on your notifications so you know exactly when we are going live. All right. That is it for the formalities. I'm your guy, 49ers Mike _ NFL, and I got my man here, Wayne Breezy. What's going on, big dog?
Let's go! Hey, man, it's good to be back, man, doing another show, baby. We got so much to talk about, man. I know the off-season is in high peak. You got the combine starting tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I know cats getting ready for who we going to draft. We got a lot of positions and spots we got to fill. We got free agents we about to lose, and we got some free agents we going to sign. So that's what we going to bring to you on this evening, yo.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know, Breezy was fortunate enough to get a break from shopping for sneakers at Kids Foot Locker. And he joined us today. So, you know, I'm happy that my man was over here.
This dude said I wore a size 4, yo, and I'm not a cutter. I can't cut all people, yo. So I go straight for the worst thing I can say about.
Yeah, nah, you got me. I
didn't mean that, yo. And I was just like, I didn't know what to say, yo. I didn't know what to say. I did not know.
I was like, I don't want to play this game no more, man.
I go straight for the juggler, baby, and that's my bad, man. Appreciate it, Debs. Appreciate it.
It's definitely all love, man. We were having some fun. NBA Pineapple was out there. He saw the conversation. Also, Alonzo. I don't know what his name is. Oh boy, they saw it on Twitter. I was trying to stir the pot a little bit, and they was like, "Nah, man, Breezy just went right for the jugular." I was, okay, all right, my bad.
My fault, bro.
But listen, man, we got some 49ers news to discuss a little bit, man.
Yes, we do.
We're discussing the wide receiver position. I don't know if you're subscribed to The Athletic, but Matt Burrows put out a piece today.
Yes, he did.
Basically, Shanahan makes it sound like he wants to bring everybody back, man.
Hey, man, that's exactly what he said. It's not basically. He said that. He was like, this is the first time I can honestly say I would love to bring everybody back to have a second crack at this. And that's what Shanahan wants to do. And we called that. We've been saying it, yo. Find a way to bring this whole team back. Figure out ways for guys to take some pay cuts and sign guys to extensions and figure it out, because this team didn't deserve to lose that Super Bowl, and they all want to play. Like, you got guys like Jerick McKinnon who ain't touched the floor yet saying, hey, man, I'll do whatever I got to take to play on this squad. Right. The culture there is crazy. The coach wants them back. Everybody plays a vital role. When you said he talked about wide receivers today, Mike, I mean, he went on and on about Dante Pettis, and we sit here trying to figure out how to cut him or how to let him go.
He even said Goodwin. Like, let's
okay.
Let's go on this. Okay, let's start with this debate. Do you believe him? Do you believe that he wants all these wide receivers back?
I absolutely do, because he has not gotten a chance to tap into everybody's full potential. When he had Goodwin, and the first year he was there, and he had Goodwin almost had damn near 1,000 yards, bro. Goodwin was balling out. And then Goodwin suffered with injuries and then the family issues and all that stuff. He said if Goodwin comes back, he said he wants Goodwin to come back. He said it doesn't make sense to cut Goodwin when you can trade and he has value. He believes in Goodwin, and he believes that if they can work this situation out, he's going to play a key role. But if not, he's willing to trade. Like, he's willing to put him up for trade offers. I think he believes in every one of these receivers, Mike. I hate to say it, but I believe it.
You know, John Lynch might be playing a part in this also. During the offseason, I won't say specific players, but there are some players who had children in the offseason. and they were talking. Lynch went on record and was like, it's you get a different person when they're motivated by something different.
Yeah,
it's about what motivates him. And Marquise Goodwin is now one of these guys who has a child.
Yeah.
Do his motivations change? Before it was about him and, I want to travel, I want to see the world, and I want to be in the Olympics and all that stuff, right? Does it now become about security, financial security, and things like that? Go ahead.
You're making such an excellent point, bro. But without digging into his story, you have to dig into his story just a little bit. You have to scratch the surface. His wife and I, they lost a child. Things were happening, and we were praying for them for this to happen, and it finally happened. And when you lose something, with a child, animal, a toy, whatever it is, something you have sentimental value to, or whatever, especially, and human beings are totally different and a different category. Man, your brain and your mindset is on a whole nother playing field. And maybe he wanted to take a break. Maybe he needed to get out and go run and do something other than football. And it looked like that's where he was going. And if that's what he wants, I think that the coaching staff and the managerial staff would have supported it and allowed him to be released. That's what we do. But when Navarro Bowman wanted to be released, what did we do? We released him. Right? We let them go. We didn't just say, hey, man, we're going to cut you as dead. Nah, where do you want to go? Let me try to figure out somewhere I could get you there, blah, blah, blah. That's what this team does, man. That's what the whole organization does. So when you said that, I'm thinking maybe, bro, maybe with all the traumatic experiences him and his family faced, and who knows what he faced when he was in Buffalo, but when he came here, his wife and himself, they went through a lot, bro. They went through a lot traumatic wise, and the fact that they had a successful pregnancy and God bless them, they have a beautiful baby, and this might be that motivational piece that you were talking about. This might be, hey man, because think about it, man. You out doing your thing, and all right, I'm gonna put it like this in layman's terms. I done watched kids make the biggest drug dealing motherfuckers like go soft.
Yeah.
It changes their whole way. It's when you have a child, you start to see you in their life, and you want to be in every step of that way. I'm a musician. I'm always on the road, but I bring my ass home so fast because I just want to see if Rome is waiting up for me. Like, it's crazy, yo. And I did it already. I did it 18 years. My oldest son is 18, so I've done it with him. But it's just weird when you have a new baby. It's like, oh, my God, like, I got to get there. Like, I'm not there. I don't want to miss the first walk. I don't want to miss the first talk. That's motivation, bro. And I think this is something to motivate him and his family. So who knows what's going to happen? It could be trade bait. Could be anything. So I'm glad you brought that up.
No. It's cool. And it does pose an interesting question because, like I said, we've seen it just this season alone, how it changed people and motivated people. And you see people mature immediately from having a child in the offseason. And so I'm not saying that Goodwin was immature previously, but, it's definitely something to pay attention to. Here's my thing. He said he wants them all back, and I don't know if I believe that, though. I hear him, and I feel him. I think that they all could play a role, but are you bringing them back and still introducing new pieces, and then they become your depth pieces, not pieces you rely on? You're not bringing them back.
Come on, Mike, say it, man. Right? You know exactly why he's bringing them back, bro. Mm-hmm. He's bringing guys back to compete. He's bringing the best of the best to compete against the best because not everybody can make the 53 or 53 or 55 or whatever it's going to go to. So that is his mindset. And I tell you what, you can give me Kyle Shanahan and Bill Belichick, like I want them on my poker team because I think they put on the biggest poker faces. They just say stuff and then they'll deal you out real quick. So you said it, Mike. I think that you're 100% correct, yo. But I think the reason why he wants this guy back, I want Goodwin back. I know what Goodwin can do. Let's see who doesn't make this squad.
Well, and I want to be clear. I'm not just talking about Goodwin. There's guys that have been questioned. Pettis. Ricky James.
He wants Pettis. He wants Pettis back too, man.
He wants all these guys back. And so my thing is like, all right, well, if that's the case, he even mentioned Kendrick Bourne. He's a free agent. He mentioned bringing all these guys back. So now that leads me to the next question is, do you think we make any acquisitions at the position? Stop it.
maybe not in free agency, even though there's a couple of pieces or a couple of wide receivers out there I would love to go after in free agency, to bring them in, not to compete, like to be a part of this squad. I think they would make the squad, but the draft is a different story, and we're picking in the later rounds. So the draft is wide receiver heavy. So you may like we have to trust Kyle and John when it comes to picking guys in late picks, and we just have to trust that. But if we did have to go after some free, we'll save that for the later on the show. But there's some wide receivers we can go after, and there's some guys we might be able to get on some deals due to certain situations. So let's see.
Okay. All right. So I mean that's really it. I mean, there's some news coming out about the what's it called? The CBA.
CBA? Yeah. You got a bunch of
about that.
Yeah, a lot of players are actually posting their votes. Aaron Rodgers, Pouncey, Richard Sherman. Yep, Richard Sherman. And after hearing those guys speak, I mean, last week I think I was on the show and I was like, heck yeah, man, give me more football. And I'm just coming from a fan standpoint, I wasn't really trying to break down the CBA. I didn't get a chance to read it or see what the CBA actually said as far as language terms. But when you say more football, my first instinct is like, yeah. And when you hear these guys speak, the veterans, if you don't understand what's going on, they are trying to change the language for the young guys. Mm-hmm. And the veterans are like, heck no, y'all not going to do the young guys like that. And the veterans are speaking, and the veterans are standing up for the young people. And the NBA has this crazy bond when it comes to players, and I'm starting to see that in football. Like I'm starting to see like the players, just across the NFL, just like say, nah, man, I'm not gonna let y'all get rocked like that, young blood. Nah, it's not gonna go down like that. Nah. We're not gonna let these owners do you. And we know Richard Sherman. The crazy part about Richard Sherman is they was trying to get him to talk during the Super Bowl. This guy's going out trying to prepare for one of the greatest games of his career, and you ask him questions about the CBA that was like a month later, and his response was what it was. So. Yeah, man, I like that the veterans are doing what they do. They're it's like Big Brother, and they're trying to look out for the little brothers.
Yeah, like you said, they're trying to take a note from the players in the NBA. The NBA, they stand up for each other, and I honestly believe the players run that league.
Oh yes.
So I'm not sure it's ever going to get to that point in the NFL, but it's a step in the right direction for sure. One of the things that Aaron Rodgers pointed out to me, man, it was a crazy scenario he painted, but imagine 17 games.
Yeah, man.
Extra playoff game also. Mm-hmm. 2 teams can finish in your conference with a record of 15-2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And only one of those teams gets a bye week?
Yeah, and how does that go down? Like, how does that?
That's wild to me.
That is wild. I didn't think about it like that. But
imagine playing all that time with just one bye week. That's nuts. The number 2 team, I read it and I was excited. Oh, another playoff game and all that, right? And like you said, on face value, it feels good. It looks good. It sounds good. An extra football game. Who says no to that, right? More money, more income, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But when these guys keep talking about player health and safety of players and all that stuff, and they're saying, well, what about the splits? And then I saw a breakdown of the extra money from the one game, and then when you divide that amongst the players on the 32 teams with the 53-man rosters.
And it's supposed to go up to 55 if they do that too.
Right. It was like $100,000.
Oh, that's like you know what that's like? That's like me being at a gig and they'd be like, yo, how much for an extra hour for the whole band? You know what I'm saying? I'm like 500 for me. Now you gotta pay everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's exactly how they're trying to get over on the players, yo.
Mm-hmm. And so it's a little weird. That means that there's not going to be an agreement. It doesn't look like there's going to be an agreement this season before the league year starts up. So if that's the case,
is there going to be a strike?
No, the strike wouldn't happen until next season.
Okay.
They want to get these things agreed to because there's different language in there about the different tags, like
Okay.
and how many tags you can use and whether or not you can use them on certain types of players and all
Or
that.
like the franchise, the transition, those tags.
And so if they get it worked out before the league year starts, then those new rules can go into effect right away. If they can't, then they operate on the previous
or
the current, I should say, the current
Gotcha.
way. So those are the things that we have to watch out for. Was there any other 49er news that you wanted to discuss?
I mean, other than the story about Kittle's wife or somebody, she talking to Kyle Shanahan's wife or whatever, talking about how Kittle wants to be there or something like that. It was, I don't know if it was Kittle talking to Kyle Shanahan's wife or Kittle's wife. They were out on a trip and they went to the same place and they were just like, yo, my husband loves it here in San Francisco. Y'all need to sign him, extend his contract or whatever like that, something like that. So, I mean, like, when the families start getting involved, man, that's when the picture of the reality starts coming into fruition for me. And that's when I realized that it's just not work. It's not just a job. Like, these guys are trying to build like a dynasty, and they're trying to build they're trying to bring in people that they could just keep refining over and over again. So if the next Kittle will come in and it'll be the next person and the next Sherman and the next, Garoppolo, whatever. Oh, that Garoppolo. Bang. John Lynch said, that's my guy. Y'all can shut the beep up. That's it.
Yes,
no deal. That's my guy. He's our guy going forward. In the discussion. I want to say that because many of us, and I'm going to say us because we're a family, but I know it ain't the two of us, but many of us wants to trade him for whatever, for a bag of peanuts and some Cracker Jacks. And I'm saying to myself, just for some picks, I'm like, come on, guys. All right, wait. Why do we feel? My question to the faithful: why do we feel he won't improve? Like, what has he done to show us that he's going to decline, Mike?
Let me tell you, it's okay. I don't have an answer for that part in particular, but I noticed that it's the 49er fan base that pretends like what they see is a finished product. This is the only fan base it feels like. Maybe it's the only one that I pay attention to, but it seems like they don't believe that players can improve. When you see the criticism on any wide receiver, we got to get rid of this guy. He's not good enough, bro. It's his first season. It was his first season. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? Like, it just certain things just don't make any sense. That guy is not good enough. He needs no. It was his first season in this system. Let him work a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? So I've heard it for years here with any player. Like, they want a guy to step on the field and be all pro day one forevermore. Yep. It doesn't work like that. It's like some people don't believe in development. And I'll be honest with you, for this to be his first starting season, like to play a full season as a starter,
they're good in my book.
And coming off of an injury, and having to live up to the hype of when you were healthy, you won those 5 games,
and had to live up to the hype that he getting paid mad money and he need to be doing this.
Bro. I think he did damn good. 13 wins in the regular season and made a Super Bowl. Like, listen, other than winning, what more could he do? Other than winning that final game, what more could the guy do?
They'll be like, he could have threw less interceptions, or they'll be like, he's got to get rid of the ball quicker. And then, we find ways to throw out the negatives opposed to looking at all the positives. And I think that's where we, as a fan base, we have to really accept exactly what we saw. Like, it was not a miracle year. This joint was set up. Jimmy G was brought in to do exactly what he did this season. Mm-hmm. He just got hurt last season. I'm not saying we would have went 13-3 last season. I'm just saying, can you imagine him had he had played that season and went 8-8 or 9-7 and had a
Think about the effects of had he played that. Come on, man. Listen, man. I'm not here to tell you all about fate and stuff like that, but I think stars align for a reason.
For a reason, bro. I
really, really do. And I think Jimmy getting hurt was a blessing in disguise. And I don't think that it's a fluke that Jimmy Garoppolo is our quarterback, bro. I don't think we did all this just to be like, okay, now let's find another quarterback. That's crazy to me.
I could promise everybody one thing. He won't regress. Not until like 10 to 20 years in this league. There's things we need to do to preserve our quarterback. And I think one of our brothers in our group talked about, I think it was my man Stewart. And he was like, what's the one thing New England did for Tom Brady? They made sure they protected his ass. And I thought about that. They made sure whatever they could afford, they made sure the left tackle was signed, the right tackle was signed. They had solid guards, right? Because why? Because Brady is a what? He's a pocket quarterback, right? That's what Jimmy G is. That's why the Patriots drafted him. Can he be mobile and move? Absolutely. But he's pocket guy. He's pocket first, move second, and trying to hold the ball to the last second to throw the ball before you even take off and run. We need to find ways to protect him, guys. You want him to be better? Then that's how we get better. We give him time. Oh my gosh, yo. Like, that's it. Like, it's not about we talk about his inaccuracy. Well, I mean, when he's getting people running in his face, how can he be accurate?
Did you see the PFF stat that came out today? It came out today on Twitter.
No, I missed it.
Oh, now I gotta find it. Hold on. Let me see if I can find this PFF 49ers tweet. Hold on. Give me a couple of seconds. You're gonna like it. You talk about in the pocket and accuracy and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on.
I'm sure he was on point. I'm sure it was it's like 1 minute we pay attention to the stats, and then the next minute it's just like we going with the eyeball test. Like, which one is it? From an eyeball test, I think Jimmy's gonna be fine. And his stats showed it.
Jimmy Garoppolo from a clean pocket in 2019, regular season only.
What's the rating, bro?
22 touchdowns. That's third best in the league.
Chris.
Adjusted completion percentage, 81.8%.
Jeez.
That's for fifth in the league. Yards per attempt, 8.7. That's for fourth in the league. PFF overall grade, 88.1 for 10th in the league. That's from a clean pocket, bro. Keep that man clean and watch what happens.
At some point, we just gotta let it ride, let it go. He's our like. All I'm gonna say is what John Lynch said. He's our guy. I need y'all to accept that, guys, and we move forward. We definitely need to upgrade. I can't. I'm my prayers are up because I. Can you imagine if we can get Weston Richburg healthy 16 games? It's because it starts there.
Right. You bring back a healthy Richburg and you find the replacement for Person.
Will you preach, brother? That's what I'm talking about.
You get those two. Oh my God.
So listen, if you want to know where my free agent money is going, is that dude from the Redskins? Scoff, whatever his name is. Y'all know his name. Hold on. So this is where I feel like we get better. And let me find, what is his name? Let's see. Oh, he high on the list of free agents. Wait a minute. We ain't gonna be able to afford him.
No, don't say that. Trust me. They find money for who they want.
There's a couple of guys we can go out and get. We can go get Graham Glasgow, great guard from Detroit. He's ready to move on. And what's the dude? I swear he's from the Redskins.
Well, there's Brandon Sheriff also.
Him. Who is that? Where is he from? I thought he's from the Redskins.
Yep, that's who you're talking about, Brandon Sheriff.
Those are two guards that I can see that will fit in this system, especially the Glasgow guy, because I know he likes to move and he likes to pull and do all those kind of things in his wide zone scheme. I think you upgrade at guard position. Our tackles are straight. We have a good filler. If Staley goes down, we got some guys. I think they're all in on School. They're all in on Brunskill, right? Those are guys that. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I think the Niners need to improve on the interior and pass protection.
Okay.
Stay physical with the tackles, right? Because I think the team runs the ball better outside instead of between the numbers. This is between the tackles. I like watching, or I should say between the guards. I think we run better outside the guards.
Okay,
than we do inside the guard and center, right?
I'm with you.
Secure the center and the guards, protect it right in the middle. Give Jimmy Garoppolo a pocket to step up into and deliver.
Hold on, pause. That's what he's been trying to do all season. He never goes outside. When he goes outside, what happens? He doesn't have that skill set. he's not Patrick Mahomes or Aaron Rodgers, or he doesn't have that skill set when the pocket breaks down. He wants. You say he holds the ball too long, it's because he's waiting for that last second for the receiver to get open.
Yes.
Okay, continue.
Yes.
Sorry, I just want to put
I'm just saying, like a play is not dead until it's dead. And Jimmy's gonna make it extend and hold on to the ball as long as possible. Hey, are you watching NFL Network by chance?
I have not tried. I've did my best not to watch. I will watch it tomorrow.
No, I'm only asking because the Niners and
they're playing Cardinals right now. Yeah, it was on earlier today. They talk about Bosa versus the guy from Kyle, whatever his name is, Murray.
It's cool. Yeah. So, I just think if we secure it, I want a nasty pass blocker. I want a physical, like I'm pushing you 15 yards down the field. Like, don't you know?
So when you say pass blocker, are you talking tackles?
No, I'm talking about a guard.
It's about guards. So
I want a nasty man who's not letting anybody get past him, man. I want a ferocious. I'm talking Alex Boone type nasty.
Yeah, I wish we could get him back, man.
I want a physical nasty man like that. He could be a liability in the run game. I will take that. I'll take that. I will take a liability in the run game at guard, in the pass game. That's what I want from the guard position. So, all right, let's get to it, man. Look, so we're gonna do this exercise here, man. And what we're gonna do, guys, is we're gonna do this. We're gonna operate under the premise that the Niners don't bring back any free agents. All right. So again, guys, don't sit there and be like, "Oh, well, you guys are talking wide receivers. Emmanuel Sanders is coming back." No. We're doing this where the Niners are losing any free agents. They're gone. And we're going to go down this list and we're going to come up with this is going to be the fantasy one, right? This is like the wish.
Yeah. This is a wish list one. This is the one where we're talking about money and cap and whatever. This is just who we feel can fill the places that we're going to lose guys on a wish list.
So that's what we're going to do now for the next 30 minutes or so. All right. So we're going to have some fun with this. Now, do you want to go position by position, or do you just want to start throwing names at the wall? Or how do you want to do it?
Let's go position by position. So I'll name the first position and then we'll do the names. You'll go second position and we'll get the names. Okay. And then, so here's the positions where we need. I don't know if you have these written down, but wide receiver, cornerback, interior O-line, because you just talked about it, right? Safety, interior defensive line, offensive tackle, linebacker, edge, and then running back. We'll save running back for last.
All right. So we start with wide receiver.
All right. So wide receiver. Now here are the guys. You can only pick one. And here are the guys that are free agents. Now you're gonna want to think of who in the heck fits with this particular. Oh, there's some good guys that are free agents, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yo, wait, no. You're not understanding what I'm saying. There's some guys deep down this list that could become 49ers. Okay, there's some guys deep down this list that could become 49ers. All right. I'm going to do my best to name as many as I can, but I'm going to start with, I should have started with the first one. Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper's a free agent.
Is that your wish list guy?
No, I'm just going to go down and I'm going to go. Oh, okay. Should I list them all, or
it's up to you? I have a list of top guys at the positions, and I'm gonna go.
All right, so here I'm gonna give my top 5. How about we do top 5 at the position?
Okay.
Or top 3 at the position.
Top 3 according to you for this team, or top 3 in general?
Top 3 according to me, who I feel like can come in and be a wide receiver for the 49ers. Mm-hmm. All right. Here are my top 3. All right. And I'm going to blow your minds. Ready? Alshon Jeffrey.
Is he a free agent for real?
He's a free agent. Robbie Anderson.
That's my dude. Oh,
and here's a name, DeMarcus Robinson from the Chiefs. Those are 3 guys I think can somehow become 49ers.
Okay. I agree with you on the Robbie Anderson, man. I've liked him. I like the size. I like the speed. A lot of people don't realize, like, they see him on the field and they think he's just some fast guy, right? He's 6'3", bro.
And he goes up and gets it, bro.
Right. And for him to be such a skinny little guy, when he's motivated, he's physical at the point of attack.
Mhm.
He's not going to give you much blocking. He's not going to do that for you. That's not his game. But he's also has some off-field issues. So Demarcus Robinson was your other one, right?
With Demarcus Robinson, yep.
And he would be a Kendrick Bourne replacement with a little bit more speed. He's the 6'1" guy, 25 years old, coming from the Chiefs. Like I said, a little bit more.
Man, you know my picks, all right? And then if I had to replace Sanders, I have to go with Alshon Jeffrey, yo. He's a guy, veteran, comes in, moves
on my list.
Alshon Jeffrey's not on your list?
No. I believe you. I'm just saying I don't understand why he's not on my list. I'm looking at this list like, what? How is his name not up here?
All right, let me see. Maybe I had it wrong. I thought he was a free agent.
Everybody else you had it was on here, so I believe you. He just didn't make. I don't know, like this site for whatever reason I'm looking at did not.
Yeah, I don't see him on here either. I just thought I read that he was a free agent, and I could be wrong.
Oh, okay.
So if Alshon Jeffrey is
on the spot, I'm just trying to figure out why he didn't make my list.
So if I need a veteran. All right. So if I'm gonna pick a veteran receiver and Alshon Jeffrey is not on here, how do you guys feel? Oh snap! I forgot he was on here.
Let me give you some of the names on my list real quick. I'm just going to names and you tell me what you think. Nelson Aguilar, Geronimo Allison, Randall Cobb, Yoris Amari Cooper, Philip Dorsett, Devin Funchess, Taylor Gabriel, AJ Green, Josh Gordon, Rashard Higgins, Brashad Perryman, and Jarius Wright.
Okay, I think I would go AJ Green. Here's the guy who I want. I want Amari Cooper. Why? Because he's young and he's definitely has the talent and the skills. I know he had the dropsies one season, but we've all experienced our wide receivers with dropsies, so we should be used to that shit. All right, but if I have to go with a veteran, I'm going with AJ Green because I know deal-wise we can make that work. He ain't played in like 15 years. So I think we get AJ. I'm just saying, yo. But can you imagine those three guys? What if AJ Green, Robbie Anderson, and Demarcus Robinson, yo? And can't Demarcus Robinson return punts?
I mean,
yes. He had so with the Kansas City Chiefs do is they draft speedy receivers, right? They're about speed, which is what the 49ers are about, right? 49ers are about guys that could get the ball and then have the burst of speed after the catch.
The 49ers are about, in my opinion, from the wide receiver position, immediate separation. And then yak. Off of angles, yeah,
right.
That's how I view it.
No, you're right, and that's where we struggled, right? So if our guys aren't getting that separation because we need Jimmy G we're telling them, hey man, hold this ball, they're gonna get open at some point, right? If they can't get that immediate separation, that's why we get sacks, right?
Right.
I feel like Robbie Anderson could create separation. Dude's done it in New York on a bad team for 4 years, right? With all kinds of quarterbacks. Somebody said no Gabriel. Now, I threw out Gabriel earlier because if I had to replace Richie James, like, wouldn't that be the guy?
You on Twitter. I saw you. I saw it.
Wouldn't that be the guy that could replace Richie James? The only thing is Taylor Gabriel hasn't returned punts since Cleveland or returned kickoff since Cleveland. So I'm not sure if they would use him in there, him being older, but he's definitely a Kyle Shanahan guy. All right, he's definitely a Kyle Shanahan guy. But you know what? Gabriel, he's on my list. I had Randall Cobb on my list too, bro. That was a good one.
Okay. I think my wish list. What are we doing? Just one? No. Well, we're losing Sanders.
We're losing Sanders and possibly Bourne. Yep.
So we're operating under that. So I get to pick two of them.
You get to pick two.
Oh God, it's gonna be rough. Just two off of this list. All right, I'm going to go with AJ Green, okay?
Yeah.
I'm going with AJ Green because he was my guy in the beginning of the offseason last year.
Okay.
I did an article about, remember we did the 3 offseason acquisitions to fix the 49ers and make us continue.
Absolutely. He was the guy we thought we were going to bring in.
Yes.
This is before we got Sanders.
Yes, sir. So he was one of the guys I thought we could acquire for a cheap trade because he was injured and all that stuff. Well, a lot of that still applies. I think his contract might be a little low because of like you said, he hasn't played in so long. And so I think the Niners will be able to do some stuff with him. The size the speed and the respect and the demand. If Green, if he's healthy, which I can't imagine he's not, he didn't play all
his last injury was a foot injury, correct? I think he'll be fine. I think he'll be fine.
Yeah, but it was 2 years ago. I think he just didn't play because of the rebuild and what's going on over there. So
we know exactly why he didn't play in Cincinnati. But yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm picking him as my first guy. He was my guy last year. I gotta go with him this year. Oh man, but it makes, with him being on the field, that removes.
You don't need Robbie Anderson.
Right. That takes, which sucks because Anderson is so much younger. And I think with some more like grooming, he could be really, really special, right?
He's like a Stephon Diggs type guy.
Right. But here's where I'm at right now. I'm gonna be completely honest with you, man. And I'm not this guy, but Taylor Gabriel is looking so interesting.
Yo, that's my guy. Get off my picks.
He's looking so interesting to me, man. Like this, talk about speed, but Jimmy don't have like the arm to get the speed down there. But like, you got Taylor Gabriel, Josh Gordon is on this list, and I don't think he deserves any more chances. Don't get me wrong.
Absolutely, he deserves chances. Listen, the NFL was shiesty for that stupid ass drug law in the first place.
I'm not giving him.
Aren't they getting rid of? Aren't they? We didn't talk about that. Aren't they getting rid of the weed law? Isn't weed legal now in the NFL? Isn't that what I read?
That was proposed, I believe.
Well, they need to go ahead and expedite that, especially since they let Vontaze Burfict ass back in the NFL. If he can get, look.
Here's my thing. Wait. Let me tell you why I don't believe in like giving him another chance. It's not
okay.
All right. I'm not saying weed is bad. I don't care what people smoke. I don't care what people do. But here's the thing, right? You have a job. Your job has rules.
Got you.
Your job has rules, right? It's legal to drive around with a Bluetooth headset in or with your car on Bluetooth, right? But for my job in particular, because I operate a company vehicle and I have medical equipment and oxygen in my vehicle, they don't allow us to use our phones at all on the road. They don't care if it's Bluetooth or not. We don't want you talking and being distracted for a second by your phone. So when we get in the car, our phones have to go in our glove compartment. We have to lock the glove compartment. If we get pulled over by a phone thing, you are fired immediately. It's not illegal in the states that I work in. However, that is a company rule. And so I feel like where you work. You are in the NFL, and that's their rule. You might live in a state where marijuana is legal, but the company that you work for, the team that you represent, has a set of rules. You got to abide by it. This guy just threw it away over and over and over and over, and he didn't care.
Yeah, I think you're right, bro. I mean, if he didn't work in New England, man, then he's a wrap. You know what I mean? He's a wrap. So he would be interesting if it weren't for that, but that was so long ago. So, all right, I'm going to stick with my two guys here, man. You give me AJ Green and you give me Taylor Gabriel off of this list. And let me tell you, this is a very, very interesting list. There's a lot of guys you can't go wrong with on this list. That's just what I'm saying.
And people knocking Amari Cooper.
I'm not knocking Amari Cooper.
Is the short area quickness burst guy that you're looking for.
Who can get separation?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Precise route running, put his foot in the ground, and is insane off of that.
You step. Imagine having him and Debo.
Oh my God! Oh, we got to move on. We spent way too much time on the wide receiver.
Okay, let's go to quarterbacks because I'm. Who do you feel?
All right, so my list that I have here in front of me is Prince Amukamara, Eli Apple, James Bradbury, Brashad Breeland, Ronald Darby, Darqueze Dennard, Kendall Fuller, Chris Harris Jr., Byron Jones, Jalen Mills, Logan Ryan, Bradley Roby, Jimmy Smith, and Trey Waynes. That's the list that I have in front of me for the top guys at that position. If I'm picking, we're not slated to lose anybody.
Well, Mosley is.
Oh, that's right. This is third year. Yeah. You're right.
So if I have to pick one and let's go by how many people we losing. I like that. So if I had to pick a guy, I don't know if you said him, but I think you did. I'm going Kendall Fuller.
Yes, I did say Kendall Fuller, and he is a guy that 25 years old. He's still got a lot of youth left in him, man. This guy is
he intercepted Jimmy like twice in the Super Bowl too, but I'm going Kendall.
Hey, man, are you picking him? Come on, bro.
No. He's a Fuller. He's a Fuller. Him and his brother. I think that's his brother from Chicago, right?
Yeah,
Those,
so he was originally drafted by Washington, then traded to
I
KC.
like those guys, man. It's something.
When KC let go of the guy that went to the Rams, Peters.
Yep.
Fuller went over there. That was the same offseason. And so he's been there and he's been doing his thing and everything. They send him in on some blitz packages and everything. He's good at getting pressure. He's got a sack in the last 2 years. You know what I'm saying?
That's my guy.
He's got passes defense in 2018-12. This past season, only two. Perhaps he took a step back. I don't know what it is. And you would think with more opportunity, he would have performed better. Now, I will say this. He only played in 11 games last year. Mm-hmm. That might be a cause for concern. Is it a health thing or what was going on with him? But I do like the Fuller. Young, a guy who was opportunistic when given the chance. And so I do like it. I think that with a pass rush like ours, he could be scary out there. Now, let's get this comment here from Mark. Mark, we want to thank you for the contribution. I put this up a while ago. Before I give my answer on the corner that I like, I want to address this here. So what's up, NBN? I've been down in the dumps and can finally hear all Niner talk. Let's hear it, fellas. Thanks for the contribution, Mark. We appreciate it. Hopefully you're feeling better out there, man. We're not trying to make anybody feel down in the dumps. You know, a lot of people are going through it right now, man. I can tell you that I'm not one of those guys that I was like, oh, I don't want to talk football anymore, but it happens a lot.
It did.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to throw anybody under the bus, but Nick is like, yeah, I got some stuff going on. The football at the top of the list, right? Like, look, bro, I get it. We're going to hold you down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I know,
man.
You said you went through it too for a little bit.
I needed a break, man. Like I had to, it just didn't make sense. Mm-hmm. I don't think it makes sense. I think the way my brain operates, if stuff don't make sense, and my wife tell me this the whole time, I can't ever let shit go because it doesn't make sense. I need it to make sense to me, and then I can move on from it. And with you guys, you guys helped me move on. So thank you guys out there. I appreciate you guys from the family, from Nothing But Niners family. But some of us are still dealing with it, man. Even Kev just came in and we heard from Kev sister.
Right.
I love it.
Kev was dope. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
stuff is happening out there. This is the family, guys, and we're trying to hold it down to everybody. I don't know.
It was rough.
He's doing some weird stuff right now. It's like switching screens on me. What is?
I don't know, but it was rough, bro. It was rough.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you now. If I drop out for some reason, it's not anything that I'm doing. All right.
Okay.
If I drop out, I'm gonna pop right back. And my computer is doing something really. It's like closing our window. It's not closing the window. It's just switching screens.
No
I
problem.
have WhatsApp open. I'm afraid to close it because I don't know what it'll switch to if I don't leave it open. I don't know. But yeah. So
who did you pick for your DB, your cornerback?
Yeah. So all right, back to the cornerbacks here, man. I'm gonna go. It's a good question. There's some guys on here. Now, last year, one of the guys that I said also in my How to Fix the Team was Brashad Breeland. He's also with the Chiefs. He's a little bit older. He's 28 years old, not 25, but I'm not going to go with him there. Y'all going to think I'm crazy for this. I like Bradley Roby. I've liked Bradley Roby for a while now. And
okay.
Can you hear me?
I hear you perfectly fine. I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, I've liked Bradley Roby for a while, man. This guy, he's only 5'11", he's 27 years old, but he's feisty, he's physical. Plus, I don't know if you guys know, I'm the college team that I like is Ohio State, so that's where he's from. I got a soft spot for these guys, and I've liked him since then. I'm gonna go with Bradley Roby.
Okay, from Tampa. Nice.
Sure.
Nice. All right. Let's go down to safety. All right, I'm just gonna throw some names out here. Devin McCourty. Is Darius Slay a free agent?
I don't have Darius Slay on here.
Okay, so I thought I heard people. Maybe it was trading.
Right. So let's be clear, guys. We're not talking about trades right now. We're just looking at the list of free agents.
So you got Ha Dix. You got Demarius Randall. You got that dude from the Raiders. I'm trying to think of his name.
Anthony Harris, Carl Davis.
Yep.
Rodney McLeod.
Yeah. Carl Joseph.
Justin Simmons.
Simmons. Yep.
and Jimmy Ward is ours. But that's those are the ones on my list over here. And we are losing Jimmy Ward, so that gives us the one replacement.
Oh, the guy from oh no, he's from the Chargers. Adrian Phillips. I'm not sure if you said him.
I did not. So I'll go first on this one, and I think I don't
cover 2, man. You gotta think who fits that cover 3. I'm sorry.
I mean, but I'm not going with HaHa Clinton Dix. I'm telling you now, I'm not going there. I'm not going there. You know who I'm going to go with? It's probably going to surprise you here. I'm going to go with Demarius Randall.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Demarius Randall. He's a 27-year-old guy, another 5'11" guy. I got to stop doing that. But he's 5'11". He played at Arizona State. I think that coming from a bad Bengals team, the secondary often gets overlooked. When your offense isn't doing it,
correct.
The defensive secondary suffers a lot because teams start running on you. And so you don't get to put up the stats. You don't get to, make the eye-popping plays and things like that. And I think that he's somebody that you put him on a team where they're averaging 30 points a game like the 49ers do, all of a sudden it's like, wow, where did that guy come from? And so that's who I'm going to go. I'm going to go with Demarius Randall.
All right, so my guy, I got to go with Anthony Harris from Minnesota, bro. I think he's the best cover safety out there. We already got our box guy in Tart, and if we keep Tart, but we got our box guy in Tart, and we need that cover guy. We need the guy that's going to play those deep thirds, that deep third on the field, and that's going to be able to freaking,
I said Bengals. I meant Browns. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I got you. And I think Anthony Harris is the guy. So you picked. Who'd you pick?
I picked Demarius Randall.
Yep, you got you.
Because I'm telling you, bro, like this young man. Listen,
how's his tackling?
I could give you some stats. Hold on. All right, so tackling, he's got a total of he had 45 this past year, 72 the year before that, which is a lot for a safety. But he also only played in 11 games this year. 38 the year before that, 35 the year before that. But we need playmakers on the back end. That's what everybody keeps telling me, right? Now, this past year in only 11 games, he didn't have any interceptions. But going before this past year, he had 4 in 2018. He had 4 in 2017. He had 3 in 2016. He had 3 in 2015. This guy has a nose for the ball.
So what was his total of interceptions?
In his career since 2015, he has a grand total. It's not a lot, but 14 interceptions.
That's more than Anthony Harris, bro.
So I'm just saying that would be.
That's how many sacks does he have?
Sacks career only 2.5.
So statistically wise, your guy is better than Anthony Harris. But I think with this team, I think Anthony Harris he becomes even. I think his stats supersede.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I mean 6 interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
6 interceptions in 2019, 3 interceptions in 2018. He didn't really ball like that in 2015, 2016, 2017, but it was cool because these guys came out at the same time. So it makes reason why they were first round picks. So now they were first round picks that had the option. So this makes sense why. If I had to give a safety a contract, I think I go with this guy, man. We watched him be the best, next to Harrison Smith, man. This guy was the guy. This is I think he was hurt. Wasn't he hurt?
Yeah. Yeah, and you can't go wrong with either one of these guys.
No, you're right.
Let's not make any qualms about it here. You know what I'm saying? Your guy Harris only played in 14 games this year.
Yeah.
My guy only played in 11.
11.
Guys sustained injuries.
Yeah.
We got to stop acting like the 49er players are the only ones that get injured also. People.
Right.
People sit here and say, oh, how many times he played 16 games? Shut up. Shut up. Stop saying that. It's the most physical game other than hockey in the entire freaking world.
Dude, guys, we only watch our team, bro. So relax.
Right.
Right.
Come on, man.
We only watch our team, so I can understand where we coming from as a fan.
Breezy, it drives me crazy when I hear, get rid of him. How many times he played 16 games? if you don't shut the F up, bro, like stop it with this whole how many times before you think it. I hate it. I absolutely hate it, man. I absolutely hate it. All right, what other position you want us to break down, man? We got about 10 minutes left in this one. So
yeah, let's go. Let's go.
We did wide receivers, we did corners, we did safeties.
We kind of did interior O line, right? We said Brandon Sheriff or
yes, that's right. That's where we started.
Or Brandon Glasgow. Let's go. If we had to, man, those are depth. I'm trying to think where we don't need. Let's go defensive lineman because we losing Eric Armstead.
All right. Before we do this, are you classifying Eric Armstead as a tackle or an end?
He's an end. He's getting he would, if we had to franchise tag him, I believe we would have to. I talked to what you call it earlier today, and I believe that's the tag we would have to use on him. So let's classify him as an end.
Wow.
So does that mean he's an edge, right?
Yeah.
So there's yeah. So there's some guys. There's some guys.
No. There's some big guys out there. All right.
Yes.
Yeah. No, there's some names out here, bro. All right, I'm gonna tell you the names on my list. If anything is different on your list, you can throw them in there. Okay.
Go ahead.
I got Vic Beasley, Shaq Barrett.
Yep.
Jadeveon Clowney, Jamie Collins, Fowler, Marcus Golden, Everson Griffin, Jason Pierre-Paul, Yannick Ngakoue, and Robert Quinn. Wow, what a list!
And so here's the thing, right? And that's what you got to ask yourself. You know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna franchise Eric Armstead and pay him $19 million this year, like why wouldn't I just try to get one of these guys? And so that's what they're gonna ask themselves. That's what they're gonna have to try to figure out. So we are under the impression that we're losing Eric Armstead, right? Like this is what we're saying is going to happen, correct? So we got to replace Eric Armstead on the edge, you know, from a rotational position too. Like, you know, we need this guy to play the minimum 60 snaps. I'm going with the dude from. I don't know if you put him on his on the list, and I can't say his name, but I'm going with Yannick
Ngakoue, that's my dude. That's the one. That's who I'm going with, bro. Like that is a guy I can see on this defense. Yes. He's tall. He could bat balls down. It's like you're replacing a tall Ugandan giant with a tall breezy
guy from Wakanda. Like I'm telling you, it'll be crazy, yo. I gotta go get my charger. My computer about to die. But yo, I'm telling you, bro, that is who I want on this team, yo.
I didn't expect you to say him, and he is the perfect fit for this team. He comes from a similar system, coming from Jacksonville, so he's already been coached up in this system and some of the things that we're looking for here. And here's the best thing about Yannick, right? Yannick Ngakoue is only
25
years old. Yeah. So he'll be 25 by the time the season starts, but he's 24 years old right now, bro. Yo. 24 years old with 5 years of experience in the NFL,
you
man.
You give him a 3-year deal. He hasn't put up like numbers like Eric Armstead, so I think you could get him relatively.
Oh no! We're not going to short this dude.
Okay, well go ahead.
2016, 8 sacks. 2017, 12 sacks. Okay. 2018, 9.5 sacks. 2019, 8 sacks. This boy gets after it, man.
Okay. All right. My bad. My point is, like, if you gotta get a guy, then go get a guy.
Listen,
guy right here. I'm all about upgrading. Okay, I'm all about upgrading. Do I want to keep everybody? Absolutely.
Oh my God.
But if I could get a guy for $1 more that might be just better, this is me. This is me. I'm gonna go find some pennies and nickels and dimes to pay this guy the extra $1 because he's an upgrade.
He's a playmaker, bro. 14 forced fumbles in his career. 14 forced fumbles in his career, bro.
Yo, hold this down. I gotta get my charger.
Okay. 14 forced fumbles in his career. 37.5 sacks, guys. 9 passes defensed. Come on, man. He's even got interceptions. He's even got picks. This guy does it all, man. He really, really does. And he's young. He's coachable, too. This young man takes to coaching like nobody else's business, man. Now, I will say this, guys. I know we're talking about, these guys, and we agreed on it. That was my guy also. But, I like to try to be different sometimes. I'm going to change it up a little bit. he's a little crazy, but it would be a veteran in Everson Griffin. He would be the other guy that I would go with out of this group. And Everson Griffin, he's not gonna be here for a long time. He's 32 years old. You might get 2 seasons out of him if you're lucky, maybe 3, at a high performance rate. He's somebody who opted out of his last year deal with the Vikings. I think he wants to win now. He might just be tapping out. I'm not quite sure, but Everson Griffin is the guy that I would go with also. But I like Yannick Ngakoue, man. You lose some of the diversity when you go with Ngakoue. He's not going to bounce inside. You know what I'm saying? So it's give and take here. It's really, really hard for the Niners to replace Arik Armstead's production with just one guy. It's almost impossible. I'll be honest with you. It's almost impossible. And that's what makes Arik Armstead so valuable. It's the versatility. But if I'm going to go with just an edge guy, it's Yannick Ngakoue, number 1 on my list. I'll take Everson Griffin as a second.
All right. So can you imagine having Yannick and freaking Bosa on the same side, and then you're bringing now you're
rotation with Ford, Bosa.
I just wanted to make sure we would just. I'm going to drink to my water to that one.
Oh my God! Come on, man. Are you kidding me? Imagine that rotation, bro.
And you got to remember, we still got DJ Jones. I think they re-signed my man Ronald Blair. So now you got inside guys and outside. And imagine Blair is the backup on Bosa's side. So
I'm not gonna let you get Blair off. I'm not giving you Blair. Not for this exercise. We said that all of them.
Oh, we said they all go.
Yep,
that's right.
They all go. I can't. I want to.
No, you're right. They're going. I forgot he was a free agent.
Man, oh man, coming off that 2018, you know he's likely to be back. I know where you're going with it. I understand your logic, but
my bad.
For this exercise,
I'm just thinking of life without Armstead. Like after Armstead. I'm sorry.
Which one of those guys becomes your depth piece? Which is the guy not starting?
D4 doesn't start, right? He doesn't have to. Why would you have D4 now? You. I don't care how much fucking money we're paying him. We need him to do one fucking thing. One thing. I got to edit myself. I have to be better, right? It's about to be lit. We have to do one thing. And he has one job. On third down, make the quarterback throw an incomplete pass, make him fumble, or get to him, right? It's one thing in 3 parts. The Trinity. Can't get my fingers on the camera right? Boom. So he has to do those one things. I know. Can you imagine? Man, I miss you, bro. But no, listen, that's what it is. So now, all right, this is how you're going to look at D Ford if we were able to make a signing like this, or if we're able to keep Armstead. D Ford will be your snow tires. You bring your snow tires on the car, you bring them on, and probably late November, and they're going to ride out December to January to February. You're going to take them shits off in March. Now you got him fresh, right? So he's going to be that fresh set of joints you put in that game. You don't got to worry about a hamstring. You can allow him to heal from the surgery he's got to get. And then when he comes in, he's a freaking force of nature. Guys got to get healthy, man. This is why they don't want to extend another game. Yo, guys, the players are hurt. They're beat up. It's the most physical sport ever, probably more than hockey. Now, with that being said, we got to move on to a couple of other positions. But if we could bring Yannick, I think that's what you say his name. Yannick Ngakoue. If we could bring him into this 49er system, yo.
What other positions? What?
Well, they're not necessarily like we're not losing anybody, but let's say we're losing a running back, right? So we're losing Breida.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So there's some guys out there. Some guys haven't been cut yet, or let go like Devontae Freeman. But there's some free agents out there.
There's some big names too.
Go ahead, bro. You got the names right there. Go ahead.
Amir Abdullah, Peyton Barber. He's still in the league
from Tampa.
Oh, I'm thinking about all right. Amir Abdullah, Peyton Barber, Kenyon Drake, Melvin Gordon, Frank Gore, Derrick Henry, Jordan Howard, Carlos Hyde, Lamar Miller, Ty Montgomery, CJ Prosise, Wendell Smallwood, that's from the Eagles, Chris Thompson, DeAndre Washington, and Jonathan.
Oof. If I had to pick one of those names, and I know everybody wants to say Frank Gore, I gotta go. I'm going Kenyon Drake.
I want some diversity out there. Yes, that boy went out there and lit us up. Oh my God! Did
you see where I'm coming from, bro? Like, I'm going Kenyon Drake. He has proved that he wants to play. Now, if Kenyon Drake is brought into this team, will he play his role? That's my only question. Yes. He has no choice. And they already know running backs. It's can you imagine Kenyon Drake, Raheem Mostert, Tevin Coleman, and possibly Jerick McKinnon. Possibly. Because Jeff Wilson is also being released because he's a free agent. If y'all didn't know that, I'm sorry, but he's a free agent. So he's not here. But those are the guys that'll be under contract. Tevin Coleman, Jerick McKinnon, Raheem Mostert. And there is a little money to bring in a running back. And we don't know if Arizona's keeping Kenyon Drake because they got some holes they need to fill too. But they did release David Johnson.
They released him?
Yeah. Am I wrong, guys? Didn't Cardinals release David Johnson? Because that's a guy we might as well go get. Might as well go get him.
Right. I didn't know they did that. Wow.
He's just not on that list because he's not a free agent yet until the year kickoff. So the list's gonna once the new league starts, the guys that release goes onto this list. So that's what happened.
God, I didn't know that happened. Holy smokes!
Yeah,
that means that they gonna try to extend Kenyon Drake because Drake.
They're gonna try to. That's why somebody said they're gonna sign Drake. So what I'm saying is, you know how the West like to stay in the West because they got stuff they want to prove.
I want to knock this one out the park.
Go ahead.
All right, listen, man. We keep hearing about this guy can do this guy can do that, but here's what we do know: Matt Breida, when you put the ball in his hands, fastest running back in the NFL.
Fastest.
Right? Who's the fourth fastest running back in the NFL with the ball in his hands? That's also on the 49ers. Raheem Mostert, right? I'm going to stick with speed, right? I want the guy from
Smallwood.
Chris Thompson.
Wait, he's free?
Yes, sir.
I didn't see that.
Chris Thompson is another guy out there, bro, and he is, bro.
Dude, we done took the whole damn Chief squad on our list, bro.
Bro, this guy, man. Let me make sure I'm looking at this.
Wait, which Chris Thompson you talking about? Not the one from the Redskins.
Let me make sure I'm looking at this right. Maybe I'm reading the wrong thing. Oh no, that's not who I thought it was. I take it back, guys. I take it back. That's not who I thought it was. Let me find another running back. Let me find another running back. That's not who I thought it was. I apologize, man. Damn it, man. I got excited. What's their other running back's name with the Chiefs?
It's Williams. They both were Williams.
That's right. They got two Williams guys. That's right. That's my fault, guys. I
don't even see him on this top 100 list.
Oh, I was thinking the wrong person. Damn it, man. Hold on. Let me see who this is. No, I don't want him.
Yeah, I don't even see him on this list. And I didn't even know Dak Prescott was a free agent.
Yeah. We didn't talk about quarterbacks. Is that where we're going to end the show? We going to talk about quarterbacks? Because
we can.
Well, I'm going to say
because Tom Brady.
You know who I think would be good?
Mariota?
No, not Mariota either. I'm talking about running back still.
Okay.
Melvin Gordon. Let me tell you why.
Oh my God.
Let me make a case for Melvin Gordon, okay? He has been forced to be the man. And because of that, he's got to go out there and play extended time. He don't get the breaks. He don't get, there's a lot of pressure put on him. But if you come here, no matter who you are, you're 1 of 4. No matter who you are. Shanahan said it this week in his presser. He goes, I never wanted to carry 4 guys, but we've had to do it every single year I've been here. We've needed all 4 running backs. So now I'm just accepting it as we need to have 4 guys every time. Listen to me. I know it sounds crazy because he's used to being the guy. Imagine Gordon with fresh legs every single time he touches the ball.
I can't. It would be crazy. It would be cheat code.
Yes, it would. Yes,
which is fine with me. We need some cheat code. Mm-hmm. So I think was Spencer Ware the guy you were talking about? Spencer Ware,
No. It was the guy
Or
from.
Demontre Williams.
He's not a free agent though. I just had it fucked up. I mean, messed
Gotcha.
up. I
Yo,
messed that.
I wanted to trade for Melvin Gordon. I don't know if you remember that, but that's who I had wanted to get because I thought he runs hard. He's like a better Mostert. It's exactly what he is. He's fast. He runs
more physical.
Yeah. He's like physical. He has the physicality of Frank Gore, but the speed of Mostert. Like that's who he is. And he can catch out the backfield.
And I know we're gonna get on quarterbacks, but I do have a wish list player we're not gonna get to.
Go ahead.
I just want to say it now. All right. I know nobody is thinking that the Niners need this position, but it's a tight end, guys, and it's Eric Ebron. Now, the reason I like Eric Ebron is for what he can bring in the offensive game plan, not in the pass blocking, not in run blocking. He's not George Kittle, but that guy is a weapon in the pass attack. That's what I like about Eric Ebron.
Especially in the red zone.
That's exactly it, man. Now, I know people think I'm crazy, right? But tight ends, one, are not expensive. Two, you don't have to extend George Kittle this season.
And we did lose a tight end. We lost 2 tight ends.
Selleck retired.
And we lost the other guy, the rookie, whatever. Not a rookie, but
it's not Dwelly.
Dwelly's he's free agent.
Is he?
He's restricted, but he's a free agent.
Oh, give me Eric Ebron, bro. Let's do this.
You know who's on that list, though?
Jason
Hunter Henry's on that list.
Hunter Henry is on that list also, yeah. Hunter Henry is there too.
He's a pass-catching tight end, and he could be a Gronk in this system.
I think I'm biased because I had a draft crush on Eric Ebron.
I hear you.
I think that's why I'm a little biased, but it was good to see him put in some work. So
Jordan Reed is in this list too.
He is. Jordan Reed's out there, and he's played with Kyle Shanahan before.
I got to write these names down. Forgot about Eric Ebron.
But yeah, man, those are my guys, man. I want to see these guys get after it. So
I'm not sure why we would talk about quarterback since our quarterback's not a free agent. But if you want to, we can.
We try to play to all sides, and there are some people out there who think the Niners should move on from Jimmy Garoppolo. If we were to play this game, if we were to say that the Niners need to move on from Jimmy Garoppolo, this would be our last position of the evening. And we want to be on record with saying Mike nor Breezy believe the 49ers should, could, or want to move on from Jimmy Garoppolo. Now, with that being said, if they did, the list of free agents are as follows, at least the ones that you would be looking at. Tom Brady, Drew Brees, Dak Prescott, Teddy Bridgewater, Case Keenum, Marcus Mariota, Josh McCown, Phillip Rivers, Ryan Tannehill, and Jameis Winston.
Jameis Winston had LASIK eye surgery. Just wanted to put that out there. I don't know if that makes any sense. Maybe it just lessens his interceptions.
So you mean that he could be 30 and 25 instead of 30 and 30?
Right.
Okay.
I thought he was 40 and 40. But yeah, either way, yeah. But no, listen. I know people think Brady's washed up. See, I don't think Brady's washed up, man. I just think Brady had a bad end of the stick when it came to, just guys making plays. And I'll put it like this. When Jimmy G was struggling, what did Kyle Shanahan do?
What do you mean? Run the ball?
When Jimmy G was struggling because wide receivers couldn't get open, what did Kyle Shanahan do?
Well, he went and got Sanders.
He went and got right. And the Patriots tried to do the same thing because before we got Sanders, they went and got Sanu. I think Sanu's free agent too. Sanu just wasn't cracked up to maybe he couldn't learn the playbook.
He went ham on his first game as a starter, though.
He did go ham on first game as a starter. So I don't know if Brady's washed up. I would like to see Brady one more time.
You got some faith in him. That's cool, man.
I think there's a big difference between Brady being washed up when we saw Peyton Manning washed up. Peyton Manning definitely was done. Brady was still completing passes. It's just that we watched guys drop balls. Yes, he had some overthrown or underthrown balls, but guys was in his face like left and right. He had no time to throw the ball as well. So who knows? Drew Brees, I never want to see him in a 49er. If he ever came into a 49er uniform, I don't know what I would do with myself. I would be mad. But you know who I do like on that list though? I would like to see Ryan Tannehill in that 49ers joint, yo.
Wow, that is not the name I thought you were gonna say.
I think we've watched this guy suck, right? And it wasn't. We thought it was him. We all thought it was him. Like we thought it was him. Ryan Tannehill is probably like an upcoming like Jimmy G type guy. He just needs the right system. I just think in this system, what do? We run the ball, which sets up play action pass. I'm telling you.
I hear you. But that was honestly, other than Josh McCown, that was the last name I expected.
You thought I would say Marvin Mariota over him?
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I know he took his job. I'm just saying. I thought you would have said
Mariota is Mariota has to be in a system like Kansas City, and if he doesn't have that type of system, he won't work in the NFL.
No, I get it.
Can you imagine Mariota?
Shanahan will bring out his strengths, though. I will say that Shanahan is the type of coach to
it's hard. It's hard to say that, yo. It's hard to say that. It's hard to say that Shanahan would be able to bring out his strengths because now you're forcing a guy who likes to be outside the pocket to be inside the pocket.
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't think Shanahan would make that the situation. I think he'll move him. Shanahan is.
Oh. But then why didn't he just do that with Colin Kaepernick? Time to go, ladies and gentlemen.
No, because Cap wasn't under contract when they were here.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. He had a quarterback that he could have.
But he moved the pocket a lot for Beathard. Beathard wasn't the pocket guy. He moved the pocket a lot for Beathard.
He had no choice, yeah.
Right. And then he did the exact opposite when Mullins came in. Mullins was 3-5 steps deliver. You know what I'm saying?
But I think that takes away from Shanahan's execution on offense, right?
He changes everything for his quarterback. He absolutely does. So with that all being said, now, let me tell you, Tannehill was a very, very interesting pick. It really, really was.
It's crazy. It's out the box, but if you can
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. I feel like mine is a cheat, but I think that this offense would be unstoppable with only one player on this whole.
Oh, that's Drew Brees.
Yes, sir.
Yes. That's Drew Brees, yo.
You talk about play action. You talk about quick strikes. You talk about shots down the field.
But people wouldn't watch football anymore.
No, because we would legit go 17-0. 16, whatever regular season game.
Drew Brees would make Kendrick Bourne look like Michael Thomas, bro.
Bro, it's oh my god. Like Drew Brees.
I can't say a good night.
Listen to this, right? Like the running backs on this team, other than Mostert, struggled to catch passes from Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah,
like that happened. Like they couldn't do it.
Somebody said Drew Brees chokes in the playoffs, though.
Nah, you can't choke. Okay.
You can't say nothing either.
Bro, you put Drew Brees on this team and it's over. He's already one of the most accurate quarterbacks that we have ever seen.
I think he's probably the most accurate, right?
He might be the most. I'm not even talking about adjusted completion percentage. I'm talking about period.
Yeah.
Drew Brees is already up there. He's still got the deep ball. He's got the intermediate, and he's got the dump offs. Like, oh my God, he can throw in rhythm. Oh my God, man, this is. Drew Brees would be my pick, and it's a cheat code. It really, really is, man. We got Sean Shepard here with a $5 contribution. We appreciate it, man. He says here, "What's up, family? I didn't disappear because of the loss. If we had lost in the NFC Championship, no one would be crying. We are coming back strong, man."
You're absolutely right. That's the whole purpose of the show, brother.
one season with Kyle Shanahan having his hand select the quarterback, and what does he get?
To the Super Bowl.
To the fucking Super Bowl, man.
And we're 6 minutes away from having a championship.
Bro, and I'll be honest with you, man. I'm not going to say it. Yeah, I am. Fuck it. I'm going to say if Jimmy Garoppolo was reading the field a little bit better in that fourth quarter, with the same exact plays, with the same exact protections, with the same exact everything, if he was reading the field just a little bit better in that fourth quarter.
I'm going to say this, Mike, because if that ball didn't get batted down, by Chris Jones.
Yes. Oh my God.
And that's a hell of a play by Chris Jones, who's also a free agent, guys. Defensive tackle.
Yes.
So if we put Eric Armstead at tackle, because now you got Buckner and him, that'd be crazy though. But no, if only that ball wasn't batted down. That was a first down plus points. I mean, first down plus yards. That was Yak. That was the perfect play for George Kittle.
Yeah, man. Come on, man. Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah. It's cool, man. We can reminisce now. I think we're all good. And the whole point is we're gonna come back stronger. And my gripe was if the defense just didn't break the F down. You know,
the offense wasn't doing shit, man.
They weren't, but hey, man, at the end of the day, your defense still got to ball out. That's you get paid to play defense, and we get paid to move the ball. And sometimes it works. And when your offense is struggling, who's supposed to step up? The defense. And when the defense is struggling, who's supposed to step up? The offense. They each one couldn't overcompensate for the other, and that's what happened, yo.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas when we played the Saints and the defense couldn't stop a motherfucking Mack truck, the offense said, don't worry, we'll go out and score more points. And that's what I mean. Somebody posted, I got to post. Oh, you did. You're so quick. Chris Jones and Eric Armstead. Hey, man.
Pick one.
Chris Jones.
All right. For the sake of argument, I'm going to go with Eric Armstead. And only because of this. And listen, I agree with you. Chris Jones is a better defensive tackle than Eric Armstead. Hands down. Eric Armstead is just more diverse.
He's diverse. He could play multiple positions at it.
Plays in this system better than what I think Chris Jones would in this system because he can do more. That's all.
Mike, that pass was a touchdown, bro. There was nobody covering George Kittle.
He was wide open.
Wait, can I just say this about Kyle Shanahan? Because I know, and I'm gonna hang up. I'm gonna be done.
We're getting out of here. Go ahead.
We throw Kyle under the bus a lot for his play calling because it's weird, right? It's like weird when it happens. It's weird when he doesn't do the logical stuff. All the misses from the play calls that he had, if they would have hit, we would have beat Seattle, we would have beat Baltimore, and we would have won the Super Bowl.
Yes.
If they just would have executed. Mm-hmm. Like, even though they were unconventional, even though they looked like, we were being conservative, it was a play that the other team had not seen and had not had the right people on the field, the right personnel out there. And all that pass had to do was not get tipped, and it was a touchdown. Somebody said it. It was a touchdown. There was no linebacker on George Kittle whatsoever, yo.
And it's crazy because we watched 19 49er football games this past season.
Keep your head
only
up.
4 of them resulted in losses, and of those 4, other than the Super Bowl, none of them should we have lost.
Yeah,
none of them. So it's crazy.
We shouldn't even lost the Super Bowl, Mike.
I know.
The 49ers should have went undefeated and had the perfect season this year.
Yeah. Yes, sir. We got a comment here from Mark Espinoza. He says here, I honestly feel Jimmy was playing with a concussion because that illegal hit. Think about his decision making.
It's possible, bro.
I have seen that too. Sean is back again with another comment. I can't. Let me see if I can click his comment. Nope, it didn't work. Let me try to scroll down some. Where'd it go? I can't find these comments. That's Mark again. That was Sean's. I read that one already.
Nah, you didn't read this one.
Yeah,
all these haters, they all messed up. I won huge championships and lost them. It hurt, but they are champs and will come back. I agree. Yeah. And that's why Kyle, and we'll end the show with this comment right here. And that's why Kyle Shanahan said, I would love to bring everybody back. Like everybody back for one more ride. Because everybody deserves to win. Everybody on this team deserves to win the championship. We don't know all the blood, sweat, and tears they put in to get to where they got. I know I get on Richie James. I know I felt like he could be more explosive in the return game. I know. That's me. That's my personal opinion. I feel like that's that was one of the 49ers' weakest links. Can you imagine Jimmy Garoppolo starting at the 40 opposed to starting at the 25 or the 10 or the 12 or wherever he fields the balls for punts or whatever like that? So I think with Trent Taylor coming back, that might change because Trent Taylor is really the punt returner. So it might be different. I will say a lot of people have Richie James back and he needs reps. Even our boy Crocker said he just needs more reps. Whatever. He needs to run the ball and stop trying to avoid a hit and go and get some yards.
Crocker means at the wide receiver position, though. Not
he meant that the wide receiver position. I got you. But no, that was my gripe. That was right because the only time I complained about Richie James was when he did returns. That was it. I felt like he played it too safe, and he is no Kyle Williams. He's not. His ball security is a lot different, but his judgment is weird. It's weird.
And he had watching when they're still like 10 yards away. Like
he had one big run this year. One. Can you imagine? And we've seen him return for a touchdown with the 49ers in his career. So, or at least get to the goal line or whatever. I think he ran out of gas. But my point is we need him to if he's gonna be a part of this unit, I'm hoping that enhances in the offseason. Right. You guys really think that Pettis will bounce back? I think McKinnon is our best receiving back.
All right, let's break this down here. Do you think Pettis will bounce back? Yes or no?
Yes.
I say yes because it's impossible to not be better than what he was this year.
Thank you.
Okay. I think McKinnon is our best receiving back.
Correct.
I'm going to disagree.
I think he's our best receiving back. It's just hard to say because we haven't watched him receive one pass.
I legitimately don't know where people get this idea from.
Okay.
This is me watching him in Minnesota.
Minnesota.
This is me watching him here. He's been nothing but a third-string quarterback his entire career.
Running back.
I don't know where people get this notion from. What did I say? Quarterback? I meant running back. Yeah.
You did.
I don't know where people get this idea from other than Shanahan having so much faith in him.
I think with the speed of him coming out of the backfield, if he catches the ball, that first guy he can make miss. And if he can make the first guy miss.
Line runner. He is the Richie James of running backs. One hit and he's falling. You know what? I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do. And do you think we trade back down? Do you think we trade down in the draft? I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to bash this guy right now.
I'm not going to. Okay. Do I think we trade down in the draft? I would like to.
I'm assuming he's talking about first round.
I would like to.
Yes.
It's hard to watch. It's going to be hard to be a participant in this draft, knowing that we draft first, fifth, and twice in the fifth round, twice in the sixth round.
I gotta book my flight to.
Are you going
to Vegas? Yeah, man. I gotta book my flight, and I'm gonna be upset if we not.
I can't do it for this draft. I need to know we got a first, second round, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I can't do it. I don't know how you do it. You going to Vegas. I can't do it. So I'll be watching you on TV riding on the boat to get to the stage.
Holding us down, man. I'm gonna get some new jerseys. I'll be holding us down out there. But yes, I do think we trade back in the first round because I think the Niners. You know what though? I think we trade back, but I think we make some more moves and we end up with the same amount of picks.
Okay.
Because I'll be honest with you guys. I'm not sure that there's gonna be 6, 7 available roster spots for newcomers this season. When free agency takes place, I think the Niners are a little active. I can see us adding 2 or 3 guys during free agency that make the roster. How many other people do you think are making this team? And so that's something we got. We'll get to it. We'll dig in.
Yeah, we'll dig into that. And from a cap perspective too, man. I mean, the 49ers could actually benefit from not having a first round pick.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I think that is what they're going to try to do. The question is, who wants the 31st pick in the first round?
Somebody at the top of the second, and that's somebody
right.
in the top 10 of the second round is going to need
so that. I can't wait to see what type of magic John Lynch and the company work. And there's plenty of guys. The next show we do, man, we'll break down, especially after the combine, guys. We'll have some facts and some 40-yard dash times and cone drills and things we need and how many high jumps and speed jumps and long jumps. We'll have some stuff, and we're going to bring you like our top 5 prospects that we feel if the 49ers, for each position, if the 49ers draft at 31, who would they pick from those needs of the positions?
Yes, sir. So, guys, man, it's going to conclude our show for this evening. We want to thank you guys for rocking out with us, man. We brought you guys almost an hour and 20 minutes of content. So, thank you guys very, very much, man.
Oh, Miss Debbie, you killing me, baby.
What's she
Go
doing?
ahead, Mike.
Oh,
the 49ers were presented with the Best Draft Award for 2019 here at the Scouting Combine. Nick Bosa, Deebo Samuel, Dre Greenlaw. That's not a bad haul. You're $120 correct. You are correct. Man, when you think of that hit that Greenlaw had in that Seattle game, bro, he earned his spot as a starting outside linebacker for the 49ers for the rest of his career. Like, he earned it, man. Like that. Like, matter of fact, hold up, Mike. Hold up, Mike. Hold the mother freaking up. Dre Greenlaw played his best games against Seattle. I know he lost the first one, but that interception for us to win it was crucial.
Yeah, man.
I totally forgot about that because of the hit. Please continue. I'm sorry, bro. I had to get that out.
Imagine if we won the Super Bowl and people would have said it was because we had the #1 seed and home field advantage. It would have been due to him. Think about that. It would have been due to his defensive stop right there on that goal line, man. That young man was cementing his legacy as a 49er player. Like he would have been immortalized in that moment if we had won the Super Bowl. I don't think we should let that slip by. It's not his fault we didn't win the Super Bowl. And so I don't think we should let that slip by. It's going to get – people said, the saddest thing about this season is that this team, as good as they are, is going to be forgotten because they didn't win it all. Us as faithful, we can't let that happen. We got to keep this season's team alive, man, and it starts there. You know what I'm saying? And it starts with winning that award for the 2019 draft with some of those guys that are listed right there.
She forgot to pick that we drafted Mitch Wisnowski.
Yeah, that's
probably the best punter in the NFL.
Man, that 4th round pick, man. What's up?
Hey, and I will say this, yo. Do you remember when Wisnowski got that? He laid the pipe on somebody and got a flag for it.
It was in preseason. He blasted my man on that kickoff return.
Like, I thought it was in the regular season. He got a flag.
Oh, he did one in the regular season, but he had one in preseason too.
Preseason one was what made us be like, oh, but he did it again in the regular season. And ever since then, he changed. Like, he wasn't the same guy. It was like they took his manhood away for some reason. Like the NFL took his manhood away. Oh, punters aren't supposed to be doing this or whatever like that. I ain't see nobody complain when my man, what's the punter from the Colts? When Pat McAfee, he used to lay the hit too.
Yeah.
Those some big dudes. Those some big dudes. But yeah, man, thank y'all for tuning in. We truly appreciate you guys. Mike, let's sign off, man. Celtics about to play.
Yeah, man. It's been a long day, man, and we can't wait to be back with you guys. We're going to be back sooner than later. You guys are not going to have to wait 5 days. I promise you. All right, so we will be back. We're going to keep this thing going here. We have combine results. We're going to have the latest breaking news with you guys and much, much more. So that's going to be it for this show. We thank you guys for checking us out here. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, turn on your notifications so you know exactly when and where we are going live, guys. That is going to be it for us here. I am 49ers Mike _NFL. That is my guy over there. 49ers Breezy. Holding us down, man. Prepare for glory.
Anticipate pain.
But always
remain faithful.
We out of here.